Right, that should be better. All right, so let me see if this is okay. Can you guys hear me? Am I still getting a loop, or has it finally stopped? Echo. All right, there we go. I have done this once. I have done that one before, and it was like 10 minutes. Hey, no, it was about 10 minutes video. So yeah, this has happened once before. You guys can actually check back. I don't remember how long ago it was, but it was a long time ago. So hey, this is the first time I've done this setup. So show me a little bit of mercy here. I hate it. Anyway, all right, time to hook up the power supply. And this thing is a big boy. So lots and lots of cables. So trying to figure out how to best run these will be interesting. My power switch in front. Darn SATA and Molex cables out of the way since I will not need them. And let's motherboard and one graphic card hooked up, and then we can test it to see if it works. Don't worry too much about these right now. All right. Goes off to the side. All right. Mother cable. Bear with me here while I find the CPU cable. Okay, this. Thanks. Honkin' big boy. First. Might have to move the server power supply to the outside, but hopefully. Come on. It is not clicking in. It's now it's clicked in. All right, motherboard should be a lot easier. Close. Flat. I felt it seat, but I didn't hear it click. But there's no. Oh, now I felt it click. I think. Yeah, I felt it. Oh. All right, that one's in. Now I just have to plug one set of I just need one set of PCIe. We're untangled at one. They get to fine. All right. Tane, seriously? Of course. Of course. All right. Well, yeah, no. My wife is a legend in her own right, no question. But no, she did not take on three grown men. She did get dirty looks, no question. She definitely got dirty looks. So I'm definitely giving up. If there was any secret about it, I'm not super mechanically inclined. So things usually take me about 10 times longer. So, and I'm sure everybody loves my wonderful cable man. All right, let's put it right here. Both of them off. Good. Boom. Okay. So now, plug these back in. Right. Let's see here. First, one of the things I should probably do is finally reverse this power switch to the front. Okay. Power supply is a little bit of a loud boy. All right. Well, I'm waiting for that to come up. Ouch. That picture in picture is supposed to be the mining rig up, so I can actually see it here. So I'm going to go upstairs and do that while this thing's booting up. We'll be back shortly. All right. Much. I know that it's very small, but hey, you can see that. What's the mini max volt? CC, who are you? Who are you saying is the mini max volt? I'm sorry in advance for whoever that is. Hope you guys are having fun today. Does look like it is up and running. I won't be able to see the chat. 40. I want to be able to see that. Yeah. As you can tell, I'm definitely not a production. So more about getting the job done. But it does appear to be running well. Again, very hard for me to see what those numbers are. Let me maximize it here for just a second so I can. Oh, it's even hard to do it then too. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Let's get better. So yeah, typical around the 62 range for the 3, and the Raven usually does around 14 on average for each of those cards for the 580. So alrighty, that was the least interesting part of this. So let me. Let me take some questions. If you send me a question, please at me. Otherwise, I will miss it as I'm going back. Or if you have a comment that you especially want me to at, please. UPC. Yeah, it is the way it's set up. Are you guys getting any audio from upstairs? The Mobo is a Gigabyte Aorus, one of the Gigabyte Aorus boards, B550. Oh, sorry, B460. So it has a Core i3 in it, so 4-core, 8-thread CPU, and you're probably thinking, well, why the heck would you get an i3 for mining? Because it was pretty much the same price at the. In fact, it was a little bit less expensive at the. So at Micro Center, I'm sure you all know, if you buy a qualifying CPU motherboard combination, you get $20 off. Well, the Pentium and Celerons, at least at my, either wasn't available, but I'm pretty sure the Celeron was available, but it wasn't qualifying. At that point, it was selling for $85. Well, I can get this for $105 at the time. So it just made sense to just obviously get the i3. So that's why it has an i3 in it instead of the typical Pentium or Celeron. All right, let me scroll down to see if anybody has added me with a question. Yeah, that's definitely this this power supply is definitely a loud blare. You guys catching any of that noise? Slight background. I wonder if that's just because it's doing so much noise cancellation. The only thing I can think of. I am using my laptop Tanes instead of the way we originally had tested this. So that could have something to do with it. Not really sure. Okay, well, let me, I don't see anybody else adding me. Actually, that's interesting because the at is going to be really noticeable to me. So I don't want to use using wife's. Let me see. Well, I'll just look for that text. Alrighty. So let me shut this down. Okay. Bring up iOS on here. Crap. Going to ask me to sign in, which means, yeah, not. All right. I will just shut her down. Hasn't been running that long. It's fine. Alrighty. Not what I would necessarily suggest, but hey, it works. Okay, so now try to get some of these out of the way. So that. Come on. So that I have a little bit more room. All right. Because I need to get it to motherboard. I need to be able to put in the m.2 drive. Slide everything over so that I can get to it easily. Yeah. Somehow that. So it's not the best cable in the world, but at the time it was on. See if I can get this over to here as well. I'm going to put that on the floor for now. This one. See, I routed this in such a way. I'm just going to do this. I love GPU riser cards. Holy crap, that clip is in there good on every card. There, every card I can buy. We're just going to get it. Here's. All right, that one is out of the way. All righty. Clones. We're going to start with the m.2. We need to find a smaller screwdriver. Yeah, I need to go find a smaller screwdriver. Hold on, please, one moment. And I am back. Let's see. This out of the way. off. All right. So now we're going to try first thing, the m.2. Here, see if it boots up with that. And thank you to Red Panda for having sent this to me. Much appreciated. There she is. Glory matches the white risers. All right. See, I when you put a screwdriver down, you don't remember where you put it down. Quite annoying. I think that's the length. And if it's not, then go to plane B. Why are you not coming all the way out? All right. I have done this before. Why? That is the length. You got that one for us. Pallet. All right. Try. Pretty sure. Pallet. And this is a screw that you can lose really, really easily. All right. What these is it? Yep. But that's not metallic. So we're going to do the best we can. The big one that doesn't work is metallic. Use that to put it out. Okay. So close. Thanks so much. Did I tell you I wasn't very mechanically inclined? All right, that is in. Okay. Somebody say Red Panda's here? Oh, echo equals mini. Got it. All right. Here's what I'm going to do. For those people that are still watching, I appreciate you very much since I know I had a heck of a lot more. Tekshinji, I'm going to make you a mod. That was the idea. Nope, that's not it. All right, I guess I won't make it. Not sure how to do it. Oh, it's because I'm not in my disk. Never. I'm on my wife's YouTube account, which means I can't put anybody. Anyway, alrighty. Hopefully it'll work. It'll be a good thing. Okay. Grab user. I was worried how that one was in the package. Huh? These are actually the risers that I won from Red Panda's giveaway. Interesting. Black cables instead of red. I don't have a problem with that. That interesting. They changed colors. So start with that one. Do in the right way. Front. Easy to figure out. Yes, what problem? Oh, okay. Now get heavy. New one in first, then I can plug the other one in. And we'll see where we go from. So I guess this will not just have a red theme. Well, it's going to continue with the red and black theme. Everything's going to be reversed. Now the hangers are going to be red and the cables are going to be black as opposed to the cables being red and the hangers being black. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, back in here. Okay. Riser on it. Look. I'm going to put this one this way because I really want to turn everything. Will do eventually. This one. Also, now, since I have so many strings here, actually, and because of the power, if I use one strand, do both the riser and the GPU, you could technically pull full bore 265 watt, which, correct me if I'm wrong, would be greater than what one strand should do. I know it's not a splitter and it's on the same cable, but what are your thoughts? Should I run each GPU on one cable with connectors, or should I actually do two cables? Like I said, I got enough cables, so I can certainly do with that. What do you think? Safe, you said, Tains? What do you think, Shinji? Red Fox, anybody who's still here? Well, a little bit before I get untangled. Find the one cable that's on top. Here's top. It's amazing how twisted they get up. Shoot, what's going down? So 288 watts PCIe standard. Obviously, I wouldn't go above that. I would. Okay, that's what I was thinking. No reason not to, since I'm only going to be running 4 cards. I got it's 12, 14 strands, something like that. So yeah. Okay. So let me go. And you may be thinking, well, why are you reaching these all the way around? The reason I'm reaching them all the way around is because these have really long cables, while I have a bunch of short cables. So this is why, especially. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting because my PCIe's are way over here, but I'd like to be able to hang something from over here. I'm not sure they're gonna reach. Might have to switch my board around at some point. But one step at don't worry, I will be double checking all of my connection PCIe before I reboot the thing. Got the in. Into come on. We'll say I like the fact that connectors on the GPU risers are like really tight. I don't know if you knew that there is actually a limit on the number of times you can reconnect a. For now, probably end up redoing the rig. Okay, that one is connected. Well, maybe it'll get rearranged. Yeah, because that one is over here, plugged into this one. And this, yeah, it was plugged in. This one over here, we connected up. Now, since this is shorter, hopefully, well, work. it'll work there. It's not around. Actually, this one I got a yep. Should be able to plug it. All right. So this one never got disconnected. That one never got disconnected. New one, USB connected. Or that. And meant to bring down pi wraps, but I did not. I'll do that later. That is my last step. Not even sure what that means, Shinji. First, then I'll apply the power. All right. Nice clicky clicky. That apply power there. Power cable. Where these don't slide on, sit alongside it. Push up. That would be easier to do it that way. Then that. Okay. No. All right. Straighten all these out. And maybe one of these days I will get, I think, Hobbyist Miner has clip or daughterboard clips to make sure that all of these stay well connected and in, not at an angle where a pin can get partial contact and cause like a bridge and short out and cause all kinds of bad things. Definitely don't want. So just want to make sure, double check as I just bumped it. All right. Moment of truth. Let's see if it recognizes the other. Sure that. Oh yeah, this one connected. So I had to think. second. While this one, that one are connected. So basically, this one's the only one running. We'll switch probably that one to this. Anyway, all right. See what happens. Probably going to go off and on a couple times as it's trying to identify the new hardware. It does have a light on the PCIe, or m.2 to PCIe, so hopefully that is a good sign. See if it recognizes an additional card. Of course, you're going to find out at the same time I do. I haven't hooked up my TV to the rig yet. I could find out a lot faster then. Said we'll all find out together. Or it'll look like you guys found out before I did. But let's. And if it doesn't come up, then I'll connect your TV to it. So we'll see kind of error message I might got. Make sure the fans are spinning. Well, that's very interesting. It took one away. What the heck? It's not supposed to do that. What the heck happened there? So, wow. I am somewhat at a loss. It looks like. Wait a minute. Spinning. Lights on the riser. That one is spinning. That one has lights on the riser. Oh, look at that. No cable. Well, that would explain that. Doesn't explain why that didn't work. As far as adding an additional card. Huh. All right. Strike one on the m.2 adapter. May have to set something in the BIOS, possibly. There is a plan B. Well, it would have been a plan anyway, but it's now more of a plan B. But I definitely need to figure out where that went. Because it was connected. Now I need to figure out which one it was connected to. Weird. Oh, I see it. Yep, it's hanging. So let me turn this back off. I'm going to connect my monitor to it. And see if I can get any more clues on the m.2 PCIe. So this didn't even remember connecting with them, but obviously I did. This and going to connect the monitor so I can see the monitor. I have like a super long HDMI cable that I move around. Usually use it for the TV, but also use it for my rigs. trying to get some additional monitor for just the rigs, but I haven't gotten around to doing it. Yet. Okay, try it again. See if I can get some clues from the screen as to what happened, or what is happening. Oh, five. That's just put me back to square one. So next thing, since that did not seem to be working, seems kind of odd why it wouldn't be working. That light is on, just like the riser looks just like anything else. Appears to be communicating. All right. Before I do that, you guys may not be able to hear everything here, but you know what? Let's just try this first. I'm going to have to troubleshoot m.2 later on. Otherwise, it is going to bore you guys to death. All right, so here's my m.2. I actually have two of these. I bought one myself, and then Panda was nice enough to send one to me as well. So I have this one and one that was available on Amazon, and that one. So not sure which one I should try. This one is an old, tried and true, evidently has been tried. This is a newer one. This obviously is a bigger PCB. So, but as far as components, this has smaller components on it, but it looks like about the same number of components. So, and same types. So we're going to try this one first. And then we may need to add the other one depending on how many I get to. So as you can see, I'm back to 5, so that's working. All right, before I go any further, let me see if there are any dire questions. I guess Chum Change does not approve. Safety. Very funny altered component. Oops, ops Timmy. I'm guessing you mean oops TMI. Oh yeah, had to go poop. I got it. TMI. That's what chum chamber. Got it. Glad it wasn't anything I did. All right. So let's shut her back down. Let's see if maybe connecting, unplug it from there and maybe see if, I don't know. See if who knows? Maybe maybe I just happen to get a bad riser. I doubt it, but who knows? So we'll try this. Plug 2 cards into this and see what happens. All right. So that off. That off. All righty. Now we get to the fun. Don't want to do it on that one. Where is the one? That. Coming. Oops. We're going to put this in. This is actually going into the main PCI slot. All right. All right. And then we'll take this one out of here. Out. That is tight. Come on. All the way in there. Okay. And again, double check each one of these stays. See how valuable they are. Double, triple check. If you have any type of torque on those USB cables. Now, we don't want that to get into the fan. All right, just doing a double check. Make sure everything still looks all right. Far so good. So let's turn everything back on. And I'm going to get up and take a look at my monitor to see what it looks like. Hopefully not go into a boot loop. Far looks like a boot loop. Nope. Looks like it stayed that time. Checked a few times. Well, no boot loop, but no video out. Let's see if we get anything as far as time. Very interesting. Nothing. Yeah, I thought for sure when it started it was going to go into a boot loop, but it didn't. No. Thank you, Pocket Change. Appreciate it. Well, I'm open to suggestions. That maybe I need to take that m.2 out. I am perplexed. Definitely perplexed. Any suggestions from the crowd? Take out the m.2, you think? No sounds. And no, I mean, this has LEDs on it. I've seen it do the boot loop thing before. This is not a boot loop. Forget exactly where the lights are, but once it finishes, the lights all go off. Has a 3-step boot LED sequence, and those are all done. So no, it's definitely not a boot loop, but obviously something's up. It's nice and cool. We've seen it run before, so we know the power supply is operating correctly. I've added minimal to it, so that should still be fine. Yeah, fast boot is off. Yeah, I thought of that, but I mean, we could try that. See, it booted just fine with that in that slot before. So I'm going to try the other card and see how that, if it reacts the same way. And if it doesn't, then obviously we know it's the card paying to set me a bum card. These things are known as having a failure rate, so it is what it is. So let me try that first. I really don't want to have to take out that m.2 drive again to have to put it back in because it's not the easiest thing. It's not the hardest thing, but anyway. Alrighty, well let me turn this off. Okay. Let's squeeze out. Well, you know what? Actually, I put that in the primary PCIe slot. I'm wondering if that's the reason that it may not want to see this in the. So we're going to flip-flop 2 of them and see how that works. Maybe that's. We're going to put this one in the primary. Put this one over here. This out of the way first. Yeah, if it lets me. Not sure. I think there's enough clearance, but might not be across the front of the board because of the way this board is. Temporarily hitting it hard or anything. All right. You know what? Let's do this first. Try it just with one and see what happens. That's what we're going to do. Try it just with one and see if that. Everything's in. To have 4 in there for now, or 5. Let's see if that works without adding the additional part. Do that. Says that. Now that was interesting because when it first came on, the fan first came on, the m.2 did not light up. Shut off, turned back on, that 2 light came on. Interesting. All right, let me see if it's booting up. Appears so. The LEDs are as expected. Nothing's. All right, well, that's not working. This board actually has 5 PCIe slots. I had 5, 4. So I don't know. Maybe you can't. I guess so. I guess I kind of have it in the. But there are 5. There's the GPU in the back. You can see where the PCIe slot is. You can see that there's 2 there. Sorry, there's 2 that you can see that I'm not blocking. There's 1 more that you just can't see the other cable for. Let's see. You be able to see the other cable. I guess the one cable's blocking the other one from the camera. Excuse me, the camera. Yeah, there's actually 2 PCIe slots just above. Anyway, so total of 5. Okay. Let me try the other board. Don't think that's going to change anything, but we'll give it a shot. Then it's a matter of playing with the BIOS, seeing what we can do. Not how I thought things were going to go. Hey, if you have any idea, Mr. Chump Change, I am all ears. You want to take a trip out to Chicago, No, I will not pay your travel because I just know how much you want to see me. So, see, yeah, and you just proved that. So, just don't sell pocket change. Oh, wait a minute, she's here. Sorry, forgot. Uh, anyway, all right, let me try the other one. It's off. I really had faith that this was going to work. And unfortunately, that has not been the case at all. Really quite the, but who knows? Maybe it's just this one. Maybe the new one will be. Maybe there's just a BIOS setting for the m.2. That's what I'm hoping for, right? All right, let's try that. So the m.2 does come on right away. It's just that it shuts off immediately, and then when it comes back on, the light comes back on. I'm wondering if that is what's causing the problem. No, no BIOS. BIOS. Give it a second. It's gonna change the thing. So maybe the m.2 is not going to work in this. If I could get two of these expander cards working, that would still be okay. I've heard that these expander cards, you don't want to put four into one, but I have two of these cards. Well, I showed you that. So if I can get two of them working with two in one and three in the other, then I would be able to basically do the thing. Yes, yes, there is an echo. That's been established. But thank you for pointing it out. Yeah, I've definitely played around with that, Joseph. You have specific settings that you think, but I mean, I have 5 running. That's kind of the key, is to get over 4. Once you have over 5, there will eventually be a limit, but 5 usually isn't the limit. So I didn't think I would run up against that yet. And having it not do anything. Yeah, rough dead mind. Yeah, I like that, but anyway, I did look at how the m.2 slots work. Um, the second one, as I understand it, is not either or. It just shares. So I have everything set to Gen 1. And so instead of one having either 4, I think it was 4 lanes that was split 2 and 2, something to that effect. So I had looked that up when I initially got this board, and it seemed like it wasn't going to be. So, oh, I should also mention that. So I had disabled every SATA connection. So, except for the first. So I don't think that should be an issue. So it's, yeah. and I'm using m.2 in the m.2 drive in the first one. And again, that has nothing to do with the other one. They're not connected at all. So I know that if I hadn't made it Gen 1, there might have been an issue with the m.2 drive and the first PCIe slot. They do share lanes, but the rest do not. That's what I'm using. So all great thoughts. These are all things that I had actually thought of. It's Gigabyte Oris, forget which specific model, but it's got a B460 chipset. It has an i3 processor, 10th gen. So, alrighty, well, this obviously isn't coming up. So we are going to go with removing the m.2 to see if that changes. Let me go ahead and do that. This one's in front. And let's hope that will fix it. Let me see if I can actually uninstall this without removing. All right, that's out. See what happens. Nope. It's the PCIe riser card does not appear to be working. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it back out, put it back the way it was, and go into the BIOS. Move the camera over so you guys can see the BIOS. And I'll bring the computer over so I can see if you guys have any suggestions. So let's do that. It's all back off again. That definitely is not. So the key thing was it was not the m.2 causing it to not boot. It's this one of these two cards that's causing it to not boot. So take oh, yeah, that was all the way in. Okay. All right. Wanted to make sure. Yes. Now we can find out if I permanently screwed anything up. All right. Everything's back in. Final double check. Okay. Oh, before I do that, let me make sure I had moved some cable. Make sure that I can get into the other computer via USB. Heck, Shinji, stop trying to call me. I'm downstairs. Anyway, I will check my chat here in a second. Works about that. Unplug this temporarily. All right, Tech Shinji, what were you calling me about? Because remember, I'm away from my main chat. Okay. Let's try turning it on and see what happens. Well, this is good at all. No. Okay. It has 5 PCIe slots, 3 by 16 connect to 1 by slot. So I was running 5. Yeah. Yeah, you can see the nice reflection. Hello, everybody. Shoot, didn't boot up. That is not what I expected to have happen. Crap. There's nobody in the background. Not that I see. That's just me. Yeah, I know, pretty foolproof. But now I'm seeing, for whatever reason, unless it doesn't like the fact that it doesn't have a cover on the M.2 slot. This computer has like no back. Bear with me here a second. I have to plug in the computer and find a place to. Very old computer with like no battery power. Shoot. Dang it, dang it. It goes right here. No, the battery's died. Oh. For those that don't know, that's my awesome wife. All right. That little thing fixed. Oh. Yeah, no, I know. Better off dead mine. I'm just thinking out loud to why this all of a sudden boot. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. All right, I'm gonna think right now. I have some of the two cards reversed from where they were. I'm gonna put them back to where they initially were. I don't think that should cause a problem, but honestly, not sure. There's nobody behind me. See, this is just me. There's nobody behind me. There are no ghosts in this house. Well, maybe there are, but no, there's not anybody behind me. There was my wife, but not anymore. All right. Can't get the thing to boot at all now. Wow. No, you didn't lose me. I just had to change some things around the board. I had moved where cards were in the PCIe slots, so I just changed them back to where they were. It's not doing anything. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to not power up the uh, server power supply and try booting it up and see what happens. Crazy. Should not be doing that. Yes, everything. Well, the m.2 I'd never tried. To PCIe expander. So those two things are not known good components. All of the GPUs are known good components. Worked with all of them. All working. So, but causing it's not boot up, even though the computer totally looks like it says HDMI 1, what it is. Let me just double. Wow, wouldn't that be stupid? Just the HDMI, and that it was actually booting up. Not likely. I don't think that's the case because it would be showing up in Hive, and it's not showing in Hive at all. How long does it say it's been offline? I'm guessing it's been a long time since it's been online. What are we doing now? What we're doing now is trying to figure out what I messed up or what got messed up. Because now I can't even get it to boot up in the original configuration. And that's bad. That's really bad. But everything, when the motherboard boots up, there aren't any, doesn't appear to be any issues, but for some reason, it doesn't appear. Try plugging into one of the GPUs, try to get video out. Maybe somehow it disabled the onboard video out. That's a possibility. But again, it should be showing up in Hive anyway. So what I did was, if I had to clear this, that would, might have to do it. I only have two GPUs that are connected to the power supply. And obviously that was the new component. The motherboard looks like it's operating fine, it's not giving any indication. Try to boot to. I'm just sitting here thinking, would try to boot to BIOS before it even tried to get. You'd still be able to get BIOS. Try to, you know, screwed up the hard drive somewhere along the way. Again, it still booted into. Yeah, that's why I started stripping. Yeah, I mean, basically take everything off of the motherboard. Be the best way to do it right. Adding. Yeah, let me do that. All right, I will be back in a moment. I know it's so exciting looking at my no signal HDMI. Sucks. Okay. Let me try that. I'll be back. Took everything off this board, and still not. Now, embarrassed to say, there was a PCIe connector. One of the dongles. You know, they have two sides. One of them was sitting on the motherboard. Don't know if that could be causing a problem, but just seems so odd that it looks fine and there's no indication on the board. Double. All right, it is getting stuck on something. I figured out where those three lights were. Is that GPU was covering them? They are, Doctor. It does have display LEDs. So on this one, second light that lights up, that is causing the problem. So that motherboard. Has anybody else looked up? Oh, you guys having problems with the stream? I did not go to take a nap. Frustrating. I'm still here. I'm waving. You can see my reflection. Can you guys still hear me? Oh. Wow, you guys can't hear me? Oh, okay. Sorry, making me nervous here. All right, I'm going to different tab. Lose your hat here in a second. This motherboard. Intel chipset before this one does why. So it's the B460 Pro Ace. Or you guys see what thing contents. Okay. Somehow it is the VGA that's giving me problems. So it's the VGA LED. Wow. I'm just going to double check, but I'm pretty sure that's where it is. Right? Well, depending on what orientation you're looking at the board. If you're looking at it from the CPU being at the top and all the connectors being at the bottom, USB, those lights are to the right, and then of the four lights, this one would be. Yeah, that's why I was confused. I forgot I had reversed setup on to make the power connector closer to the where the power supply was. Hang on, forgot my mouse. So frustrating. Double checking which one. Oh, well, guys, I won't bore you guys anymore. Very, very frustrating. So the VGA light is going. Yeah, I'm going to. Let me end the stream. We can troubleshoot on Discord. Say I'm frustrated. Beyond words. So anyway, I got to head back upstairs so I can shut off the stream. But thank you guys all for coming. And I'll see you shortly upstairs. Alrighty, guys. Again, thanks for coming. Wow, that really sucked. Now I gotta try to troubleshoot the thing and find out how I can just get it back and running the way it was. So anyway, thanks again for coming, guys, and have a good rest of your Sunday. I know how I'm spending mine, which is troubleshooting this thing. Let me just go back, see if there are any quick questions. So, John Germain, you're saying that when you add the sixth, it can make things all messed up? I've never heard the sixth. I've heard over, when you try to add the fifth. Well, anyway, yeah, I know. Shit happens. Alrighty, well, yeah, I have no doubt I'll be able to get it back to the 5, but then the question is, how am I going to reconfigure so I can get those other 3 cards up and running? Or if I sell my 3 LHR cards, one of the two. Alrighty, guys.